What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 24, and we start today's episode off with Johnny Howson asking for a new contract, and we actually decide to go and grant a request. As you guys have probably seen, I'm laughing because as you guys have probably seen, every time a player's come to us asking for a new contract, we've been like, no, screw it, go away, But Johnny Howson's a decent squad player, he's 75 rated, I think he's only 26, he's actually a very decent squad player, to be honest, and I'd like to keep hold of him, so we offer Howson a new contract, and hopefully we'll accept it. And we also offer Mark Bunn a new contract. This guy is just so stubborn; he will not accept the contracts we offer. But the thing is, I don't want to offer him what he's asking for, which is 15 grand a week, because he's a backup goalkeeper, and he's not even a good backup goalkeeper. So he's just an average one at best, and I don't know, maybe we will offer him 15 grand a week if he doesn't accept that, but I don't know. He's just not really my type of goalkeeper, because I like goalkeepers that save shots and keep clean sheets, believe it or not. But he's just not that great. But I don't know, we'll wait and see. But here is a squad report. It's the final one of the season, so get your fix here if you love them squad reports. It's the final one of the season, and it's looking good. There are so many players improving all the time. That's looking great. Leroy Fer is becoming a bit of a monster. I can imagine there's going to be a bid for him in the summer. And there's a few players that are decreasing attributes like Garrido and Elmander, but of course he's on loan, so it's a good squad. It's a really good squad to start with. I'm very, very pleased you guys chose Norwich because it's got some good young talent in here, plus players I can bring in myself, so yeah, it's looking good. And here's league table, 2 games to go. Looks as though 7th or 8th place is most likely going to be finishing for us. Newcastle do have a game in hand, of course, so it looks as though we're probably going to be finishing either 7th or 8th. Can't see us finishing 6th, can't see Arsenal losing twice. But of course, we do face Arsenal on the last game of the season, so yeah, it's most likely going to be 7th or 8th. Can't see it be any lower than that, but anyway, excuse me. We take on Chelsea for the first game of the episode here, so travelling to Stamford Bridge. Chelsea and Mourinho's men still have a chance to win the title, so although these games are pretty much meaningless for us, they're pretty big games for Chelsea. So taking on Chelsea here, I was thinking about playing a backup side just to sort of rotate the side a little bit, but I thought, nah, screw it, we'll try our best to stop Chelsea from winning the title, because as you guys know, I can't stand Chelsea, so I was trying to make sure we could knock some points off Chelsea here as they can still win the title, ahead of City and Spurs, I think it is. But I was feeling okay. Of course, the last game we played, we got completely battered by United 6-1 away at Old Trafford, so wasn't feeling exactly confident taking on one of the sides that can win the title. But even so, we did take on Chelsea, and the first chance of the game came in the 8th minute here when Luke Shaw couldn't get this ball away. It came out wide to Van Ginkel, who crossed the ball in towards Willian. He hits the bar, it's headed away, but it comes to Kevin De Bruyne. He finds Demba Ba, his shot is blocked, comes back to Ba, he finds De Bruyne, and the Belgian playmaker makes it 1-0 to Chelsea. So just 10 minutes in, it's good news for us as Belgian manager, but not good news for us as Norwich manager. So 10 minutes in, the Belgian playmaker makes it Chelsea 1, Norwich 0, and again he's involved here in the 40th minute, plays a wonderful ball through to Willian. His shot is well saved by Butland, but it comes straight to Demba Ba. That is just completely terrible luck, and Ba, the former Newcastle striker, has the easiest finishes. So 2-0 to Chelsea here. And we didn't really get our first chance of the game until the 58th minute when the ball ends up going out for a throw-in here. I don't know why I didn't even show that first part of the throw-in because it's pointless. But anyway, the ball comes to Gary Cahill and he gives the ball away straight to Elmander here. Crosses the ball into the far post. There's Ricky Van Volswinkel, but his header is so tame. It goes straight to Sirigu. Easy claim for the former PSG goalkeeper. The Italian has no problem with that one. And the last chance of the game came in the 73rd minute when I think it was Ramirez whose shot went wide of the post, and it finished 2-0. It was such a boring game, I've got to be honest. This year I'm trying to show highlights as much as possible, but it was just so boring. Nothing happened, it's just Chelsea scored 2 goals and then they just completely killed the game off, So it was really boring. So I apologise for that, but even so, straight after the game, Mark Bunn says he's declined the contract. What is wrong with you? Why won't you take that 5 grand pay cut? It's ridiculous, but you're getting 4 grand more than usual, be happy, but I don't know, he declines the contract, and that is so goddamn frustrating. And Belgium tell us that they need us to submit our squad for the World Cup, so you'll see that after the Arsenal game. So look forward to seeing what squad I picked. But Carlo Nash has decided it's time to retire. He says, the 40-year-old says, thanks for everything, but it's time to call it quits. And I was like, mate, I've barely even noticed you've been here, to be honest. I just haven't even noticed you've been here. But even so, Johnny Howson comes to us and says he doesn't know if he's going to commit to the contract. So it's not too bad because he's not that great of a player, but it's still a little bit negative. But even so, Carlo Nash got his wish. That is that he would play in the final game against Arsenal, but he would only play from the bench. I was like, mate, I know you want to play, but you've been a backup goalkeeper all your life, and I have no plans on playing you. So I decided to put him on the bench. I thought I'd drop Mark Button because he's being a complete whiny bitch and not accepting a contract. But I thought I'd put Carlo Nash on the bench just to show him that he can still provide. He can still provide for the squad, and that is by keeping the bench warm. So Mark Bunn sits on the bench, and that's his involvement in his final game in the career. He just sits on the bench for 90 minutes and then says bye. But we take on Arsenal here. And I was feeling, really determined to win this game because, of course, it looked as though we were going to drop a position in the league to finish the season off with, and that's not good because, of course, although those positions may not mean anything, it does mean something for the prize money, and we want as much money as possible because, as you guys know, I'm a money whore, so we need as much money as possible, so we need to keep winning and finish as high as possible. But it was going to be hard for us because Mesut Ozil scored for Arsenal here in the first few minutes, and he almost got another one here, but he put the ball wide, so still 1-0. The German playmaker with the only goal of the game so far, but his German teammate made a mistake here. Per Mertesacker, the tall German lanky centre-half, gives the ball away, and Ricky van Wolfswinkel has a simple finish. So 1-1 here. The Dutch striker puts us back on level terms. Within the 67th minute, the German playmaker once again involved. The ball reflects through to Giroud, and Jack Butler makes a good save. So still 1-1. But in the 78th minute, Ricky van Wolfswinkel picks the ball up here, gives it to Gary Hooper. Hooper rolls the ball forward. What a great chance for van Wolfswinkel down the left-hand side here. The Dutch striker goes through one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Nice fake shot here, gets past his man, rolls it through to Leroy Fer. What a great ball out wide to Andros Townsend, but it's a great save by, I think it's Fabianski in goal, and the Polish goalkeeper makes a great save. So still Norwich 1, Arsenal 1. But in the 86th minute, it looked like it was going to be a draw until Ricky van Wolfswinkel picks the ball up here, finds Gary Hooper, lovely fake shot, and rolls it through to Ricky van Wolfswinkel with a great finish past the goalkeeper. Yes, it was Fabianski, great guess. Past Fabianski to make it 2-1 to Norwich, and I don't know how I did this celebration, but I really want you guys to comment and tell me how I do it, because that was so awesome. How did I do that? I've never done that before. That was awesome. If you know how to do that celebration, please comment. That was amazing. But yeah, Van Wolfswinkel with a double, and that was fantastic news for us. So a 2-1 win over Arsenal, and I was very, very pleased. So the Wolfman with both, and that's good news because it does mean we do finish as high as possible, and that is good news for us because it does mean we get £7.22758. No, 7 million, I should have said. That's not a lot of money. 7,227,598 quid to end the season off. So that's good. I'm pleased with that, because like I say, prize money is dependent on position. So, if we would have finished 8th, we could have only got 20 quid. So, I'm very pleased to finish high as possible. And 7th is an amazing finish. That's a great finish in the first season, The board wanted us to finish around 10th, 11th, 9th, but to finish 7th, and qualify for the Europa League and win a trophy, I mean, I'm clapping. I deserve so much praise. We finished 7th and we qualify for the Europa League and we win a trophy. That's amazing. And the 3 teams that got relegated are Sunderland, Palace and Cardiff. So if you support any of those 3 teams, I do apologise, because you will not be featuring in the next season. But there you go. Here are the charts. For the players. Elmander is the top scorer. Yay! And here is a look at the assists. So for those of you that have been saying playing Hooper over Elmander and Van Wolfswinkel, I'm sorry, but those 2 strikers have been better. So deal with it. Those 2 strikers have been amazing. What a partnership. Van Wolfswinkel leaves the assists. Elmander leaves the goals. Fantastic. I mean, it was amazing. So don't get me wrong, guys, I like Hooper as well, but, those 2 strikers have been amazing, and, we can't replace them with Hooper when they're in form, so there you go. But those are the stats, and we also see Howson say here that even though I've told you I see my future elsewhere, I want you to know that I won't let my performances suffer for the club. In the meantime, I was like, mate, we haven't got any games. Of course they're not going to suffer, because you're not playing. But anyway, it was time to submit our squad for the World Cup with Belgium, and it was time to submit the squad, and I was really surprised, because look at this. Look at Van Buyten and Van Dam. That's crazy. They've gone down like 10 stats in like a month. How the hell has that happened? I mean, I know they're getting on, but even so, that That is absolutely insane how they lost so many stats. But even so, we go and replace them with younger and better players, and it's a good squad. I mean, I'm trying to find I was gonna say I'm trying to find the negatives. I'm trying to concentrate on the positives, and that is it's a really good young squad. But the fullback area is so weak, so I'm determined to make sure we can stay with 3 at the back for the whole tournament. But even so, the midfield and the attack is amazing. The centre backs are incredible. Courtois is an incredible goalkeeper, and yeah, it's looking great. I think that Benteke and Lukaku could be an awesome strike partnership. They're so strong; it could be amazing to play with those two up front. But yeah, it's looking good, and I'm confident. I think we can qualify from our group. You'll find out what the group is at the end of the episode if you didn't just see it there in the bottom right hand side of the screen. But I'm confident we can qualify from the group. As for getting further than as for getting to the final or something, I don't know if we can do that, but we'll be trying our best. But we give him to Mark Bunn's request. We go ahead and give him the 15 grand a week, and he goes and accepts the contract. So there you go. We had to give in to his demands, because the one thing I don't want to do is start next season off with no 2 goalkeepers. But there you go. And for the players in the World Cup, there are Basong, Elmander and Olsen. So Gary Hooper doesn't get a call up, Jack Butland doesn't get a call up, Redmond doesn't get a call up, Townsend doesn't get a call up, Shaw doesn't get a call up, Michael Turner is still injured. But yeah, even so, those players don't get call ups, and that sucks, because I was really hoping for at least 1 English player in the World Cup. But there you go. That's how it is, and there you go. But anyway, we've got 4 players with their contracts expiring. Gafati, is that it? McGeehan, Toffolo and Callum McFadden. I probably got all those pronunciations wrong. Those 4 players, regardless, their contracts are expiring, and we have no plans to keep them, because they're all 50 rated players. They're all pretty terrible, and I don't think any of them are going to have higher potential. So I'm going to let their contracts run down. Maybe one of those probably has high potential, like 75,000 or something, but I don't think they're going to have high potential. So there you go. But Ryan Bennett wants more wages, and he also wants to get loaned out, so I was like, we'll see. But anyway, here is the World Cup group. If you didn't see it earlier, it's Sweden, Mexico and Egypt that will be joining us, Belgium, and I'm feeling relatively confident. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode, probably tomorrow afternoon, where we will start the World Cup off.